Hello and welcome back to Fix My Maths. Today we are learning all about Pythagoras.
Today we're breaking down one of the most important GCSE math skills you'll ever learn, Pythagoras Theorem. It's a tool we use to work out a missing side in a right-angled triangle. That's the key part, it only works on triangles with a 90-degree angle. Now Pythagoras is everywhere in GCSE maths. You use it in trigonometry, scale drawings, bearings, worded problems, geometry questions, and even some high-level algebra questions. So if you get good at this, you'll unlock a whole chunk of the exam. Let's break it down simply. Every right-angled triangle has a specific side called a hypotenuse. It's always the longest side and always the side opposite to the right angle. The two shorter sides are just the two other sides that make the right-angled triangle. Here's the rule you need to know. A squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c is always the hypotenuse. You square the two shorter sides, add them together, and then square root the total. Don't worry, it sounds more complicated than it actually is. Let's start with a simple example. I'll walk you through the whole process step by step. Let's start with the most common case, finding the hypotenuse. Here we've got a right-angled triangle with sides 6 cm and 8 cm, and the hypotenuse is the missing side. So we'll label the triangle. A equals 6 cm, B equals 8 cm, and C is the hypotenuse. Step 1. Square the two shorter sides. So do 6 squared, which is 36, and 8 squared, which is 64. Step 2 is add them together. So we'll do 36 plus 64, which equals 100. And step 3 is square root the total to find the hypotenuse. So we do the square root of 100, which is 10, which means the missing side of the right-angled triangle is 10 centimeters. Now notice something important. We did the calculations in 3 clear steps, and we rewrote the expression after each step. This keeps your working neat and avoids mistakes, especially under exam pressure. This is the simplest style of Pythagoras question that you'll get, but the exam won't just give you easy versions. So let's learn.
Trick. Hypotenuse equals square, add, square root. Same order every time.
This is where a lot of students get confused, but it's actually very similar to solving an algebra equation. You're just rearranging the formula. So here's the triangle. The hypotenuse, C, equals 15 centimeters. One shorter side, A, equals 9 centimeters. So we're trying to find B. So we'll start with the formula a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Step 1. Square what you already know. So we've got 9 squared, which equals 81, and 15 squared, which equals 225. Step 2. Substitute them into the formula. 81 plus b squared equals 225. Step 3. Rearrange to isolate b squared. Subtract the 81 from both sides. So b squared equals 225 take away 81. Now b squared equals 144. Step 4. Square root it. So the square root of 144 is 12, which means the missing side is 12 centimeters. This type of question comes up constantly in both foundation and higher papers. If you can rearrange this formula confidently, you'll already be ahead of most students.
Shorter sides? Think hypotenuse minus. Start with c squared and subtract the square you already know.
Let's wrap everything up that we've learnt today. Pythagoras' theorem only works on right-angled triangles. The hypotenuse is always the longest side opposite the right angle. Use a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but remember, finding the hypotenuse, add the squares, finding a shorter side, subtract the squares. Always square, then add or subtract, then square root. Once you understand these patterns, you can solve almost every right-angled triangle problem in the exam. And trust me, mastering Pythagoras makes trigonometry much easier later on. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, check out my other GCSE maths videos and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next lesson.